They can.
But I think,
So one of my first segments is talking about the introduction, okay, which is meet your trainer, explore some ground rules, and be ready to take notes. In this case, is your brokers, your leaders of your office. Pay attention to how they've been doing it, the type of advice that they're sharing with you, the type of trainings. Write down as many notes as possible, ask them as many questions, piggyback on them. That's super important, right? Because they're here for a reason. They keep doing it and they keep growing, so they're doing something right. Second is you're gonna prepare, which is, again, your mindset that goes into your sales philosophy and your planning of calls. Every day I wake up at 4:45 a.m., okay? Now, you might look at me and tell me you're absolutely crazy, you're batshit crazy, because why do you have to wake up at 4:45 a.m.? I'm tired, I went to sleep late, I'm exhausted, this is not working for me, because I have a goal in mind and a mission. So I have to prepare myself mentally every single day, which is a battle, right? For me to get ready for the next business day. Because, dealing with rejection or dealing with something that you don't get instant gratification from could be a hurdle. It takes a toll on you when you don't understand the game, okay? And again, I'm talking about sales and prospecting, okay? So I wake up at 4:45 a.m. every day. I write my goals. I write my journal. I've probably been doing this for the last 10 years. And I tell myself every day how much of a lion I am. Like, I'm the best salesperson that there is in my office, in my team. We're gonna do this. Like, it doesn't matter how many no's I get. A no is gonna lead me closer to a yes. I'm pretty sure they practice the same philosophy here. You guys have a strong mindset. I've heard wonderful things about you. So it's all about preparing your mindset, which is really where it all starts, okay? Then 3, your scripts. We go through this a lot in the team. And by the way, I have Marlene here. She's part of my team in the Calderin state. She drove it down from Georgia, so I appreciate you. Learning your scripts, okay? You have to have scripts in place. Again, maybe your brokers or your leaders have specific scripts to give you. To me, that's the Bible. If you pay attention to any athletes, okay, what is it that they do every single day, even the best? Let's choose Tom Brady. Tom Brady goes out there and performs and practices every single day, 16, 8, 10 hours a day for the last several years, right? You have to know your material. You have to learn your scripts. Because if you ever fall off the call, like the flow of the call, you have to know where to pick back up from, okay? You got to learn your scripts. Whatever they have for you here, that's what you should be using. And then practice, choose someone to practice with here in your team or outside your team or whoever you feel most strongly with. Maybe you guys have like a coaching program here or something. Yeah, so we practice every single day, Monday through Friday. Before we even jump on our calls or before we do anything, we actually, we do about 15, 20 minutes of practice at the office where I let the team kind of piggyback off each other. And then I kind of listen in and see where they're like, their posture, their tonality, how they're speaking, what scripts are they stuck on, the rebuttals, the closings, all that. So every single day, 15, 20 minutes before you jump on your calls, that's what we do. Okay, and it's been working like beautifully. Obviously, we're getting better. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Yes.
Questions?
are these scripts that you guys are actually finding from other people, or are these scripts that you guys basically come up with yourself over time?
So that's a great question. So I was a Mike Ferry agent for about 2 years, and then I took, so then I took about another 2 years with Grant Cardone. So I use right now the Mike Ferry system. I just duplicated it. There's nothing different that I'm doing or nothing new. I am implementing a few little things here and there that I've learned throughout my, my business career and through other sales professional. But to be very honest with you, I'm pretty much using the Mike Ferry scripts on my team. There's no secret, We just practice a little bit differently when it comes to like the rebuttals on the closing. Rebuttals, closings, and market. I'm a little bit more rough on the edges, and it doesn't mean I'm the best one. It just means I bring something different to the table. And then we just kind of feed off each other. So I've done several, right now I'm coaching with, so I have a coach right now as well as another Mike Ferry agent. So I'm piggyback off of him as well, the way that he's been doing. He's been in business for like 15 plus years as well. But there's no difference really in the scripts. I mean, listen, there's always people that come to me and they're like, oh, but I have this script from this person. That's great. At the end of the day, you just still got to know how to rebuttal. You got to know how to close, and you got to know how to speak, right? So I'm just using the Mike Ferry system completely. Like from head to toe, that's what we're using. So this is a little bit about me. I'm a broker associate with Lifestyle now. I'm also an investor. I own some real estate. I also have other businesses. I'm originally from Cuba. I came when I was 2 years old. Okay, my family, as probably most of you, we left everything behind in our country to start from scratch here. I did, I went to school, I got my master's in international sales and business. I thought corporate America was the way to go. I left that job, I got married, I got a divorce, I moved from California back to Miami, I stayed with nothing. I barely have family, my father passed away, and when I stayed with nothing, that I got back to Florida, I was literally living on an inflatable bed and I had all my things packed in a storage room. I put myself through hell my first year in real estate. I didn't want any handouts, I didn't want any excuses, this shit was super hard, I didn't know how I was gonna do it, how I was gonna get there, I didn't even know anybody. I just showed up as me every single day, being super authentic and now I have an amazing network of people. And I've really put myself in like the dust so I can lift an empire. I've always been very, very hungry because of so much loss that I've had in my life. Okay, a lot of trial and error. And yeah, I just don't want to go so deep into this, so I don't take so much of your time. But just know that I started just like you guys, for those of you that are new in this game. And I started with no experience, no nothing. I just always, very hungry, loved sales, and always willing to knock on 100 and 200 doors a day if I had to. I have like really big audacious goals. So that was just something always, inside of me. So, okay, so the next slide talks about selling versus closing, which it says, who wants to buy from someone who doesn't sound like a pro, right? Make sure you take pictures and I can send you guys this copy after. When you stop selling and start listening to your clients, you will start closing more transactions. Okay, does that make sense? When you stop selling and start listening to your clients, you will start closing more transactions. Allow the client to tell you what to sell them on, and then start closing them by touching on the main points they value in a partnership with you. When you are on a call, and you can piggyback at any point, when you are on a call and the person on the other side of the phone doesn't know you, doesn't like you, doesn't trust you, have 100 agents calling you, you have no upfront value to offer this person, you're gonna get hung up on. You have no reviews, you have nothing to show for it. So what do? How do you handle that call? How do you handle it? Make a personal connection. Provide upfront value, don't ask. We tend to ask instead of giving. Maybe provide a free piece of information. Maybe talk about what's happening currently in their area, in the market. Maybe offer to send them something by email. Maybe offers to send them something by mail. Because subconsciously, you're giving, like you're planting a seed. Instead of, hey, give me your listing right now. I'm like the best agent. This is what we do. We have 16 offices all over. You know what I mean? And then comes another like Remax agent, Keller Williams, and they try to do the same thing. So by the time you're calling these people, you're gonna get hung up on. They're confused, they're uncomfortable, they don't like you, they don't know you. It's like, put yourself in that position, So instead of starting to sell, you need to start to listen to your clients and learn how to close them by what they need. That's why you have to pre-qualify the client. You have to ask a lot of questions, because the more you peel, the more of a better understanding of their story that you're gonna have. Okay? Yes, sir.
Trust me, help her. Yeah. Build trust, find the need, help them accomplish it, close the deal.
That's
so yeah, ask the right questions, try to find out what their need is, and then that's what we do. Talk to them like they're your friend.
Exactly, and they are, because you're gonna be you're doing a partnership with this person if they choose to list their property with you or buy a property with you. And then out of that one transaction, you want to keep the client forever, right? Nurture, because the deal doesn't stop when you have the money in your bank account. Now you have to nurture this client forever until I die. Because I want more referrals from my client. I want to give back to my client. I want to know when their birthdays, their kids' birthday. Do they like dogs? What color do they like? I want to know everything. So the more information and the more questions you ask, the faster you're gonna start closing your deals, okay? And this is like, this couldn't be more true, okay? You must believe that closing this deal benefits the client above all. It's not about us. I know we're hungry and it's easy to stand here and say, yeah, but you have this and you made this and you do this and I haven't made anything. Figure it out. Because if you want a long-term successful real estate business, it's not about you, it's about your client. You have to give upfront value. Value for free, and then one of them is going to bite the dust with you. Believe it, stick it in your brain, and run through with it, because that's going to make you guys very successful. We always want, but we don't want to give. So let's give, right? Okay, so, for that, I already talked about that, the value, let's go to the next slide, Peaches. Oh my God, cold calling again, the word, I have to change that. How fancy. Okay, so why is a training on prospecting so important? Again, there's cold calling, but that's okay. Prospecting masterclass is designed to help gain more confidence, making calls to strangers and learn to love it. You may dread the repetition to make calls at first. However, there are very little ways to get a lot of practice quickly, and mastering the sales flow comes with more repetition, right? Let's talk about the first stage, which is the problem. Okay, and guys, please feel free to ask me questions if you feel a little bit lost. Let's talk about the first segment, which is the problem. Prospecting leads have no idea who you are and they do not trust you, which is what we just talked about. That's the first problem that you have to integrate in your mindset the second you come to the office the next day to make your calls. Okay? Solving the problem, no trust, like the gentleman said. So you gotta earn that trust, you gotta build that trust with a lot of nurture. Second problem, second segment, the barrier. You gotta start, like I like to say chop the barrier, but it's perfect your intro so you're guaranteed to stand out from the last 20 telemarketers breaking down the barriers. That's what we sound like, by the way. That's what they think we are. They think we're like blood-sucking mosquitoes that just want our money and doesn't give a shit about them. And remember, I'm talking about people that don't know me. Like this is just, you know. So for me, it's always breaking down the barrier. And how do I break down the barrier, you might ask? By asking questions. I match their tonality. I'm listening. I'm like mirroring what they're saying. Yes, I know this could be very frustrating. I completely understand and I'm with you. I would probably be feeling the same way if it was someone that I didn't know calling me for the 100th time today about my property. That I don't want to sell with any agent. I want to do it myself because I don't like you. I want to keep my 6%. Thank you. You're so kind. Leave a message or go die. So, you know, it's like, okay, great. I will definitely die after I go meet with you for 10, 15 minutes. Peaches, am I sounding crazy? You know I'm like that. Like, I swear to God, people have told me in Miami to go die. Like, if you don't stop calling me, I'm going to block your number. I'm going to get the police here. Like, you need to stop. All of you agents are calling me. I'm like, okay, great. So what's really bothering you? I don't care. Because there's nothing personal with me. It's what they're going through. Okay? Then the second tab is the script, which we talked about. The purpose of a script is to level the playing field, even if you are new to the real estate game. Know your script. The more information you know, the better you can perform. Know your script. Practice your scripts here every day. Build that culture. You guys have amazing leaders here. Get together every morning. Learn those scripts. In my personal opinion, maybe I'm wrong. You don't have to do what I'm saying, but in my personal opinion, I like to be number one when I call or the last one on the phone. Because you have more chances of getting the appointment by calling at 8 a.m. 8:30, 9 a.m. I want to call. No, because I'm on my way to work. That's too early. I can't handle this. This is not right. There is no right time to call. You just got to do it. You got to wake up early, set your alarm, prepare yourself for the day, come into the office, speak with your leaders, and script practice. Become the best, savages. You're the #1 office in Orlando. Take it. That's it. The script. I go by this. Like, I don't even pay attention to my team in the office if they don't script practice. I leave. I walk out. Or I'll be like, don't hold the script. Now let's go do it together. Off like their head, because that's how I know they're really like learning. And today you speak with my team and you compare them to 3 months ago, you will never believe. Ever. You've heard Sadi. Okay. Sadi 3 months ago, she was like she couldn't. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. Oh my God. Like it was really bad. And now she's a shark. Because of the practicing every day. It's not that she's different than anyone. It's just she's practicing every day. Okay. What the gentleman said, talk equals trust. Leads that talk more to you will trust you more. Right? So let them do most of the talking. Listen for cues.
Cues like timeline or something like their
Right.
frustration.
Their motivation. From a scale of 1 to 10, do you need to sell? Or do you want to sell? I want to be a billionaire. But there's a difference, right? What do I need to do today to get me to that point? I always say this, sir, do you need to sell or do you want to sell? And how do I build the trust? By asking questions. Assuming we sell your property today, where would you go to next?
Why do
We're
you
in
wanna do
Orlando,
that? Yeah.
right? So what will bring you to, what will take you to Orlando, sir? How quickly do you need to be there and why? Do you have kids? Do you have a dog? Are you married? Are you downsizing? That's it. Immediately, because I'm gonna decide whether I take the business or not. And now you might think I'm nuts, but I've literally told someone I'm not the agent for you. I'm not. I want somebody that's gonna sell their property or needs to sell their property in the next 90 days. Time is money. I wanna help you, but I need to find my golden ticket today. Not that I'm gonna stop nurturing the rest, but I wanna keep talking to you and I wanna keep asking you questions, because the more we have, the more data we collect, the better we can close this client. Right? Close first transaction, which after you solve the problem, break the barrier, learn your script every day, which is like a forever learning thing, right? You build trust by asking them more questions, solve their problem or take away their pain points, asking for at least 2 to 3 times in your call, the sale.
On the phone. To meet in person.
Which actually is 5.
5 times.
You should try to close the client 5 times on a call.
Shouldn't your goal basically be to like get the meeting, like to schedule
That's
an
the
appointment?
close.
Yeah, like that's close.
That's the close.
Right?
But imagine, some people do it different, and both ways work. But what's happened, this is what I've noticed too. If I don't pre-qualify and get at least some semi-understanding of the motivation for them to sell, I mean, sure, it's gonna be good practice and you're gonna meet someone face to face and build a rapport, but you're not gonna get that listed. Because if their motivation to sell is in 7 months from today, great. That just means I gotta nurture you every month and send you things every month and call you every week to know about your dog or your grandma. But it doesn't mean I'm not gonna make money today. Because there's like no need. You understand? So I wanna know right now, what do you need to do? Where do we need to be? Do you owe a mortgage? How quickly do you need to get rid of this? How fast do you wanna move? Like, I'm that aggressive, because I need to know, right? And again, it goes back to the more questions you ask, the more information and the more data you collect. And I'm sure here with your team leaders, and your broker, you guys all should have a CRM, right? So the CRM keeps everything in one place, so you can, in the back end, it should be following up and nurturing the leads for you as you make these calls.
Are you categorizing the leads like from like hot?
1,000%.
cold?
1,000%. 1,000%. So hot, obviously, is you need to sell right now, like you're interviewing agents. And then warm is like you're gonna sell in 3 to 6 months. And then cold is like maybe 6 months to a year. Which is still like, hey, I still call those people and I'm like, hey, do you know anyone that's looking to sell? Yeah, I'm the same annoying girl I called you 2 weeks ago. I don't care. But they're gonna remember me, because I'm gonna be
And a
annoying.
lot of people don't do that, you know, they go through
Right.
making calls one time and then they forget, they're like, oh, okay, they're not gonna sell in like 6 months and they don't do the follow-up.
That's the
And
issue
that's
with
why
most
you get the
agents.
listing, because you follow.
Right, because we forget about the original calls that you made. Because it didn't serve you interest for you in that moment, but that's money you're leaving on the table. How do you know that that person doesn't know someone that has $1 million listing? And your life just changed after 6, 7 months of nurturing that lead. You don't know, okay? Again, the word cold calling, it drives me crazy. I can't believe it's there, but anyways. Prospecting is a numbers game, right? Measured in speed. Track your statistics and how many dials it takes for you to earn a new client. As new agents, you should understand Pareto's principle, AKA the 80-20 rule. You know the 80-20 rule?
Absolutely.
Let's hear it.
It was created in the early 1900s, and it was a study to see who owns land, and by an Italian economist, Pareto. And what he found was that 80% of the land is owned by 20% of the people. And what they found over history is that principle seems to be true in just about everything. So 80% of the agents, 20% of the agents are doing 80% of the volume.
Awesome.
You're a G. You're a G. That's it. He knows. He's like, hey, I can leave, right? It's true. He's right. Okay. I really think about what he just said. Are you really giving your business your full attention? When I'm talking with my team and I'm at the office with them Mondays and Fridays, I literally make them pull out the mojo or like their CRM or whatever. And I'm like, let me see how many dials you made. Because it's harder for me to get that from them when I'm not there. I'm just like, send me the things. Like, you know, I do that. I'm like, send it to me. Where are your numbers? Where are your numbers? Like, you know, but when I'm there, you're screwed. Because The way that I've measured this for them as well, after every 100 calls, you're gonna get at least 20 contacts. Write this down. So every 100 calls that you're making, you're gonna get 20 to 50 contacts. Let's be conservative and say 20. Out of those 20 contacts, okay, you're gonna do 2 listing appointments per week. Out of those 2 listing appointments per week, at a low scale, as you start getting better, you're supposed to get minimum 2 listings per month, which will give you roughly about 4 or 5 hours of prospecting every single day. 4 or 5 hours of prospecting Monday through Friday, that's your business. Okay, 100 calls per day.
Are you using scripts also to follow up with past clients or like only new clients?
There is scripts to follow up with old clients, but I pretty much just, I'm myself when I'm following up. Because I write so many notes, yeah. Yes, sir.
What we do is we have a template and then you just add a couple of custom lines. 'Cause
Okay.
you don't wanna create the email body all the time. And so in our CRM, we can, we can go and follow up and just type.
What CRM do you use?
It's like Sierra Interactive, and we can see on ours how many phone calls you make.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we put it on the TV right there, that's a goal.
Ha,
So
okay.
if you haven't looked at Sierra,
No, I
I
haven't.
mean, William is the man genius on that, so.
Okay.
We have an.
I like you now.
Yeah,
I like this now.
yeah,
Okay.
he's the facilitator. of,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, because that's the only way you can help someone and see an agent's production. Yes, ma'am.
Where do you get like your list of people to call? Because I've like tried to look on like mine and it's taken me, I apologize, it's taken me like hours just to compile like a list of 20 contacts to call.
Sure.
So what's
So
the
we use Mojo Dialer Vulcan. Vulcan, VULCAN,
Yeah.
Vulcan or Mojo. I've used Mojo for the last 5 years.
So is that like a list, like they give you a list and you pay for the list?
Right, you pay for that system, so that system itself is kind of like a CRM, because you can put notes there, follow-up tasks. It connects to like your email, your Gmail, calendar, your follow-up box, or I don't know what other integrations. Right, right.
Cause it's just like, I mean, I find stuff on Remind, but it's like, it just takes me
That's
forever
like
to
going
get
on
like
Zillow.
the names and
Right.
addresses and all that information, it just takes forever.
Well, you can find someone that does skip tracing.
That's what we do. That's exactly what
You
we
want to
do.
tell you the truth? You know the game. You find someone that does skip tracing. I want this whole entire area. I want to know everything about this person. What do they owe on their mortgage? If they have any liens or violations, where are they located? How much equity they have? Boom, give me the list. Start distributing.
Yeah, I think even.
They're just pulling out the same information.
Yeah, Loader is in this way, I think.
They do it for you too.
Okay, that's
Remember,
what
I told you
I'm not
guys.
Pay for it, and then,
What is?
yeah, that's just,
It's,
So that's scrubbing. That's stopping people.
That's getting in.
You will know their life, pretty much. You will know they have equity, right?
Yeah,
Everything.
People asking questions. on
anything you
Zoom.
wanna know, they can check, the book records, they can check public records, they can check.
I don't know either.
They.
I don't know how to use this.
Call the numbers, because a lot of times when you pull up somebody and you pay the service, it's 26.
See, I
numbers.
can't be doing
What
that because then it
this person
stops
does
the
is call
share.
all 26 and see which one works. Email all 26, see which ones don't get bounced, and then give you the 2 or 3 that you should call that are gonna make the contact. Have you ever answered your phone and somebody just hangs up on you? That's my secret.
Expensive.
It's $1 per contact.
is there?
It's
is
like
there-
now it's 100 contacts. I mean, and so you can circle prospect, you can start, you can withdraw, you can for sale by owner. I mean,
And you can do that all over Mojo.
we don't use Mojo, we did use Mojo, it's a great system. We found that we had too many leads that we weren't following up with efficiently before we started buying leads, and then once we buy leads, that might be one to consider.
Exactly.
What website can we go that's like reliable for sketches? Is that like a
Talk
safe
about it,
website? Cause I don't know, I feel like I could type that in and I'll get scammed or something.
Usually you can go to Upwork and then they have
Upwork?
Upwork and you can hire someone.
Fiverr. I was-
I love Fiverr. I'm a Fiverr freak. Yeah.
The same.
And I promise you it works. So you know how to do your research and you look at the reviews and stuff, and they deserve it, right? You're giving someone an opportunity to make good money.
I mean, clearly, I've literally spent hours on mine, like, trying to get stuff,
You know, they say it takes
I don't even assume that.
yeah. I mean, I really know how to use Remind really
We
good
should
now,
implement that.
like.
We could do a class together, and we can teach you guys how to do it, and then we could do it and generate our own leads. And
Yeah.
I don't pay for leads, my team knows.
We don't either, it's against the law.
That's, it's so against the law. I laugh, we laugh at agents that pay leads. I swear to God, I was like, oh, because my team has, this office has like this. Yeah, great. And then when you leave, or you don't even, they don't even know how to run a business. They don't even teach you how to run the business. Don't think that you're being better because you go to another office or another team because they're giving you leads. At the end of the day, they own you. How are you building your own business? Go out there and hustle. I think you guys should all get together. You guys know what you're doing and skip trace. How long have I been talking about skip tracing, Marlene, with the girls? I swear to God,
Forever.
I was just saying this. I'm like, that's it, done. You guys are not happy with Mojo. We gotta start implementing more in there. Let's skip trace everybody here, Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach.
Yeah, circle prospect,
That's it.
right?
Another thing, when you guys have a listing, or there's a listing in an area that you guys wanna like, target, I call the area. Hey, sir, you know ABC Street just got listed for sale at this price. Do you know anyone looking to buy or sell in this area? From my experience, sir, every time a property sells or gets listed in a specific area, 2 or 3 tend to sell right after. Who can I call today? Oh, no, nobody. Thank you so much for calling me. Good. Okay, great. Can I get your email, please? Do you mind receiving some information from us about the market?
Yeah, I think if you get anything, I
Boom,
think
send.
if you
That's
don't
it.
lock down the
You
account.
lock them in for life.
I mean,
They know
I get
this.
the number,
I get their
call it,
email.
just either do that.
And then I text them the property website.
That's it. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
so I say,
amazing.
hey, let me, can I send you the package? And what's your email? We get the email, put it in the CRM, and then as soon as they give it to me, I send them the package.
That's amazing.
Via text message, I don't even send it via email.
That's amazing. I love that. You know what I need to get now that you said that, the boom boom thing, the video thing? So when we were calling, yeah, bomb bomb, boom boom, I don't know. When we were calling leads and we would leave a voice message. Well, you haven't seen that yet, but Sadi's it, she's funny.
She sends videos.
Yeah, we send videos. So we get them a call, right? We leave a voicemail, they don't answer you, great. If they have an email, we're gonna email you too. Immediately after that call, we're sending a video, like through text. And I swear it sounds
Yeah, because a lot of
people
people think
reply.
it's a spam call. I get that a lot,
Yes.
that it came in as a caller ID as a spam call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
Yeah.
CRM does that too for some reason.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I don't know, I feel like we're missing, we just talked about that. The algorithms always change, and if you're
Yeah.
calling from our CRM, when I answer, it says recalling from wherever, but on my phone, it says scam.
Yeah.
So we're
Mine's
trying to
scam
figure
like-
And
that
a
out.
lot of people don't answer. That's why you leave a voicemail and they'll either return your call or send the video.
We like to send videos and it works. Get yourself out there.
I worked with an agent who did nothing but videos through text and people loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
They ate it up.
I'm not gonna tell you that I've transitioned every single lead that I've done a video for, but 5 out of half of them have transitioned.
Yeah, he converted most of them.
Is it a
Through
person?
videos.
Is it about the listing or is it about you? Your video,
The listing,
the listing,
the area, never about me,
never about you.
It's never
Okay,
about
it's
me.
always information.
never. Cause to me, it's like I sound like everybody
And
else.
that's a text message or email?
Text message.
Text message.
Yes, sir. And then I email them.
A lot of
Oh, I
people
put the
feel
bomb
more
on here,
comfortable with
something
text.
I haven't got it the bomb, I was just straight to my phone. Just a generic video. Yeah. Yeah. Hey Marlene, this is Zuly. I just called you regarding your property at ABC Street. I have such exciting news to share with you today. Please give me a call back. I'm actually one of the listing experts in your area. I would love to share some valuable information. Give me a call back. Bye. And then I send them my virtual card. And they're like, oh, what are you doing here? I'm like, yeah, what's up? What are you doing?
Especially if the call comes in as spam, that's how we do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, people love that.
Yeah.
People love that for some reason. It's so different. And I'm like, I always try to like stand up somewhere where it's like, you know, soft color. And I sound crazy sometimes. I swear. And like depending on the voice, like let's say the person says like, God bless you, or they sound a little bit hyper on their voice, recording thing. I mimic what they're doing and they love it. Yeah, I even got invited to church twice by a lady and she said, I'm like, okay, great, but are we gonna list your property? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, no, you got like, you get characters. Oh wait, Marlene, go to previously. Yeah, right here, because I did it like I didn't go over this. Okay, so 80%. So 80% of the people that you're going to be calling will not answer you. Bye-bye. Now you're gonna tell me, Zuly, but you just said to make 100 calls and that should give me 2 listings per month. Will not answer. Opportunity to leave a voicemail, that's a contract. Make sure you remember that. Yes, sir.
20 listing appointments?
No,
How many appointments do you get to get 2 listings per month?
2 per week.
2 per week, so that's.
100 calls.
Okay,
100,
wait a minute, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8 listing appointments?
correct,
So you're closing 20% of those.
correct. Minimum, like to
I
start,
was gonna say that's low,
very low,
that's super low.
correct.
It's
No, no, a new
achievable.
agent,
It's
new agent, that is
New
what,
agent.
right, this is, okay. So this is a brand new agent, you've never done this, okay, and you're treating this like a business. Cause
Got it.
you are in a business, this is a business, this is a
What's your
happy hour.
closing percentage on that?
I'm sorry,
What's your closing percentage on that?
65%.
Okay, that's what I wanted to do.
No big deal.
Yeah, that's that's a little more motivation.
It's
for
not
you,
that great,
because
it's not, my
no,
coach
you're-
wants me at 72, I'm like,
Yeah, but it's a whole lot better than 20. I
Sure.
mean, so I wanna express to everybody that 20 is absolute minimum if you.
so it's mediocre, you're done,
Yeah, you're, that's.
floating.
minimum. Yeah,
it's unacceptable, we don't want that.
okay.
Would you say more is
You want me to be honest, cause I talk very rough, this is like you're floating, you're about to die.
Yeah.
But you gotta sustain yourself, right?
So what's like the average month of like a veteran agent who has more experience, like at least maybe like 50%?
I would like 50%. I mean, sure, why not? You know what's the problem? That people get into this business thinking it's happy hour time. There is no happy hour. The happy hour is my calls, because when I have $1 million in my pocket, when I got my credit fixed, when I own real estate, when I'm like top producing agent of my team, of my office, I'm reflecting on them, they're reflecting on me. And now we can go do happy hour wherever I choose to. There is no happy hour. The most sexiest thing you can do as a real estate professional is know your numbers, know the economy, understand the market, know your sales, 9 to 5. People say, oh my God, like real estate, now I can do whatever I want. No, you really can't. We're actually working a lot more than what you would have in a 9 to 5 job. The only difference is that you don't have somebody there pounding you, because legally we can't. But if you ask me if I really want to do that, I would love to do that to everybody on my team. Because then they're gonna hate me, but then they're gonna thank me. I've been rough with a few of my team members, but if you ask them today how they really feel about me, okay, great, because now they put money in their family's pocket and they're surviving this crazy market. 20% is mediocre shit. Is it doable? Immediately. You got 60 days or you're out. What are we doing here? What game are we playing? No, because she said that social media, because I gotta try this and dip my fingers into this, because you're everywhere right now. You're a new agent, so you don't know. You're like, this works for this person, so I gotta try this and then, so then you don't solidify one thing and fucking execute. Execute, become the best. Become the best, get some money, and then add more fuel. Go back to your team leaders. Hey, do you think I've earned this? Let's put more money into this. Let's drop more money, because for them, it's a hard position too. Earn your position, earn your value. Treat this shit every day like you're going to war. This is your business. This is your blessing. You're gonna make money in this business. Oh, the market is shifting. Everybody's gonna drop out and fail. Oh my God. Okay, go fail. Better for me. I have more people to sell to. I don't care. Go die. I tell my team every day, you're gonna quit, quit. Better for me. Good for you. Become obsessed. Okay? If it's not 100 calls, you make 200 calls. It's better than wasting gas driving around for some. Buyers are liars. So you decide what you're gonna do. If your leaders are gonna give you a class and provide you the tools that you need to be more successful, and call a bunch of people to see which one fish bites the bait, hey, I'll do it. That's gonna give me $10, $15, $12,000. Why not? Go fast here with 80%. Plant many seeds. I'm gonna go back to this. Voicemails are contacts. Hey Peaches, I just called you regarding your property. My name is Zuly. I am so excited to speak with you today. I have exciting news to share with you about your property. Please give me a call back as soon as you can. I have such exciting news to share with you. My number is 786-717-4706. Talk to you soon. Click video. Hey Peaches, this is Zuly. I just called you. I'm the listing professional in your area. Yeah, I just want to share with you some really exciting information about your property. Give me a call back at your earliest convenience. Business card, sent, video, done, next.
What information you get?
What's sold recently in the area and what their property can go for based off what's on the market. Because you know, like they think like, oh, Zillow put this property for sale at this, but it's not really it's not really what it's worth. Which is what causes like the friction, right? They don't go based off what's actually closed, but what's listed. So that's what confuses sellers. They live in Dandyland.
Yeah.
Those are the
Like,
best
I-
conversations.
So my thing is like when, like, let's say I'm making 100 calls, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then people start calling me back, but like,
I love that.
which will be good, right? But the thing is like to know like that specific CMA, like you would have to run that, right? So are you having that all done like before you're making those calls? Or,
Oh, I'm sorry. No, so when I'm on the call, right, and I hang up and I send the text message, I'm looking at the property information's pulled up in front of me.
yeah, but like when they don't answer and they call you back.
I
like-
send an RPR report.
Okay.
So, because I'm not gonna remember, you
Yeah,
know.
that's what I'm.
I gotta go back to like the number of the text. Oh, RPR says, this is- okay, hey, of course I remember. I've been waiting for all day.
What we do is we make a quadrant, RPR, Realtor.com, Zillow, and.
Oh, I love that.
With Julia or.
Julia, because they're looking at the same thing that you're looking at,
Yeah,
and then I give them the number and I give them a range. And then that way they can't wiggle too much.
Right.
And then, you know, so we give them four.
I love that.
4 numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we, because we know they're looking at Zillow.
Yeah.
Everybody does. We look at Zillow.
Of course.
Okay, so we're gonna take it into consideration as well. 'cause we
Sure.
know they are.
Sure.
the only.
And they
thing
do
I
that
would-
when you're on the call with them.
They
They're
call
all
me
talking
back and I
about-
don't
Yeah.
have that
No, they're like, oh, but
you know?
Zillow says my property's worth this. Okay, great. It's never gonna sell.
Okay, I can prepare for that, but if I answer
That's
the
really
call
good.
and it's on the spot, then I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get that together, and then I just don't sound like I know what I'm talking
Because you have to
about.
manage.
On your sent, right, and all your sent email or your sent whatever she sent.
Okay, so you send that out when you're making the calls to every
Yes.
single property,
And
so
every
that way
single
you can
property.
just refer to it if they call you back.
That's it, because then how would you keep
Okay.
track?
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
what I wanted to know, cause, okay, so then you just like do 25 a week, and you do those RPR, those grids or whatever, send them out, and that way if they call you back, you can just refer to that.
Right, because let's say you're like doing your, with your family somewhere, you're out, you don't know, you forgot, that's
Yeah,
it.
well, that's what I
You
didn't
pull
want
up
to
the
sound like
text, right.
unprofessional, like if they were called back, and I'm like,
So that
let me
recently
get back.
happens to me. I
Yeah.
get a lot of voicemails and I get callbacks. And I just ask them to refresh my memory because I've been making calls all day. Either give me the address or the name and I'll Mojo. You
Yeah.
can type it in and you can pull it up real quick.
Okay, perfect, yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure of.
Yeah, there's ways, I mean, if I'm not like using Mojo at that moment through my app, because I know some of the girls do it like that too, I literally just have the RPR report already, I had already sent it with the text.
Yeah, once you
So I
do the
think you have
RPR
like-
report, you just go back and it saves it for you. So you just need either a name or a property address and you can find it within seconds.
Okay.
So I guess to answer your question, it would look more like, oh, amazing, Maria, thank you so much for returning back my call. Give me 1 second so I can pull up your information.
In
Done.
30 seconds, you
Yeah.
can pull up those
Yeah.
four, screenshot,
Yeah.
screenshot, screenshot,
Yeah.
screenshot, drop them there,
Okay,
give them a range in 30 seconds.
I just need to
Done.
be a professional, so that's all I wanted to know. like-
Absolutely, absolutely, that's a great question. That's it, done, and you continue your happy hour. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's the RPR, yeah.
Snapchat, I mean, you take
No, no,
picture and
but
put it
so-
on the-
Yeah, you can send the RPR like a
Oh,
text
okay, true.
and the email. Remember, I attack all aspects because I gotta like, I gotta get in there. Excuse
So
me.
everyone should download RPR if you don't have it yet, because it's a really good tool to use in the moment.
I like RPR. I think it's like a quick solution. It's easy. You know, it's like boom, boom,
It gives
boom.
you a quick value and it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Yeah. So the next thing will be the voicemail script, right? Your tonality has to feel happy, your tonality has to feel positive. You're about to sell a piece of property that's worth thousands of dollars. The voicemail and your pitch is very meaningful. That first 10 seconds is everything. Hey, I'm so excited to share this news with you today. I'm about to sell your property for the highest price possible. Hey, this is Zuly. Can you please give me a call back? I'm about to sell your property for the highest price possible. Which is what
That
we
don't
do
even
now.
sound
We're like
like
this,
you.
look. You know,
That's what they're picturing, right? We're like-
yeah, because you're miserable. You're miserable. You're not seeing instant gratification. You don't know how the hell your next deal is gonna come about.
They can-
So you feel defeated when you're actually not. Do you know what I mean?
they can-
You know, it's like, no, stand up. You're about to get thousands of dollars. Every day that we're on the call, every call that I take is worth thousands of dollars. I'm not worth $20 an hour. We're worth thousands of dollars every single call. Oh, but Zuly, how can you say that? We get hung up on. They don't want to list with you. They don't really like you. Great. It's still worth thousands of dollars. You have to know your numbers. You guys all here have to get with your leaders. You have to know your conversions. How many calls every single day, Monday through Friday, has it taken me to get one listing appointment? If you don't get the listing, it's okay. You're still putting in that practice. You need that practice. It's a numbers game, like anything. The more you do, the faster you're gonna hit that goal. My job every day is to get that one goal. If I don't get one goal every day, I didn't do my job. My job is not posting on social media, be motivational. Oh my God, I'm showing a property. I worked so much today. I have 5 showings and I'm the best agent. No, it's kind of like, what did you do to move money? Where are our numbers to our leaders, our brokers? Where are we at? Are you sinking or are you swimming? What are we doing here? I despise that. Like, I can't. Like, if one of my agents comes to me and says, no, but I showed like 7 properties today. I've been really busy. I showed 7 properties. I spoke to a mortgage lender. I took pictures of my property. I spoke to the inspector. I got on social media. I asked a question on social media saying who wants to sell their property. That's not working. Prospect. Voicemail script. Keep it consistent and to the point. Happy, excited, amazing. You're about to have a lot of money. New mobile phones transcribe voicemail to text messages. Sound like they won a grand prize every day, and that's rough because there's external factors that consume us internally.
What you just said a minute ago.
Yes, sir.
If you do those things in the morning, when you have the most energy, that's when you're gonna get the highest results. So, and make it a priority to do that before you still have to do all those other things. You still have to meet with an inspector, you still have to take pictures of property, you're gonna be working with buyers. But you gotta do the most important thing first, and I think, you still can do those things, but I think you just gotta prioritize. You know, I struggle with that a
And
lot.
time blocking helps.
I do too, yeah. I've really, I had to start mastering my time management because I suffered from that, right? And I think we all do. But yes, I mean, it's not that you stop working your business, but you time block. Hey, listen, family, friends, broker, my dog, whoever, from 8 or 9 to 1 or 2 p.m., I'm not available. The appointments and everything I have to do is after my prospecting time. Because my prospecting time is my money moving needle time.
I feel like you're better to catch people in a better mood in the morning too. Versus things that happen throughout the day that they'll be like, no, sure, I want to talk to you, you know?
Yeah.
Like
There's
catching
signs
in the morning.
That's
You
true.
prospect that
There's
way,
signs
like,
on
No,
the
I
signs.
feel like I read something about that, like,
Yeah.
you know,
That-
or shit hits the
If you're not
fan.
first, you're last.
If you're not first, you're last. Which is also part of the reason why I have to shift a little bit the time I wake up and the things that I do in the morning to motivate my own self, because I'm not motivated every day. There's days I don't want to do absolutely anything. I'm exhausted.
Especially when you have a lot of money, like.
That's it. That's it. You know, that's it. So know your why. Know your why. It's very important. 20%. That 20% will answer you and be ready to get hung up on. Again, slow down here. Speak with high energy, like longtime friends. The 20% that very well could hang up on you, they're gonna hang up on you, but they will be willing to speak with you again, right? Speak like longtime friends, pre-qualify them, ask questions. It is never about you. They don't give a shit how many properties you sold. They don't care if you're with Sotheby's, Lifestyle, or the bakery in the corner. At the end of the day, you're the one that's selling them. It's about them. When you pay attention to people and you care about people, it's gonna be reciprocated back to you. It's just the name of the game. I don't ever start off by saying anything about me. I'm just the girl who's gonna sell your property. I don't wanna list your property, I wanna sell it. Do you know the difference? Let me teach you. I don't wanna list it, I wanna sell it. I need to make money. Mr. Seller, do you know if I don't close on your property, I don't need to make money? So what are we doing here? If I don't close you, I don't make money. Because that's what they think too.
And if they, what would you do, like a rebuttal, like, okay, fine, if you wanna sell my house, why do you have to list it?
I'm sorry?
Why would you list it?
Because
Sell
we have
my
the
house
largest
without
network.
listing.
How come you haven't sold your property? Sir, I see, I'm asking you the same question. I'm actually calling you because I'm concerned. I'm concerned, Peaches. Peaches knows I'm like this though. I see your property listed on Zillow for 20-something days in today's market. We're doing something wrong here. My question is from 1 to 10, how motivated are you to sell? Oh no, because I got this, because I got buyers coming to, amazing. So you reviewed some, so why haven't you made a decision? Do you got 5-10 minutes to meet? Oh, but you don't need to list my property because it's on Zillow and it's the largest platform. Amazing, so why haven't you sold it? I'm just calling you because I see you that you haven't sold your property. You can throw at me any rebuttal. I'm ready right now at any point,
I'll do your.
because I love it. I get smashed every day.
I had a prospective client ask me how much I was gonna make commission off the sale of his house. And I told him, I was like, well, I don't calculate my commission because my biggest concern is how much we're gonna get you for the sale of your home. So how would you answer that? So I was like.
Did you get the appointment?
Well, it's like a complicated story. He's
Okay.
my neighbor, literally lives in front of my house. Him and his wife are like cheating on each other, and they're deciding
Okay.
to possibly get divorced.
Wow.
It's messy. It's really messy.
Okay.
So yeah, so he's like, how fast can you list my house if I needed to list it?
But he's
But
more
his wife
concerned
doesn't
about your
know.
commission.
His wife doesn't know that the
Maybe
possibility
sell the house if
is.
she's married to him.
But she's not on the title.
Doesn't matter.
Really?
When you get to
They're
the
married.
closing
They're married.
table,
Yeah.
You're going into the same.
You're locked and loaded, baby. You're
Well,
married.
I mean, I don't know the specifics of it, but he was asking me that, you know?
Okay.
And then he was like, asking me, oh, how much commission are you gonna make? Which I thought was like,
Great,
Years.
amazing. I love that question.
yeah,
So you're not making a decision with me today because is it a commission issue? Because you see, ma'am, the truth is, I'm gonna put my commission on top of your listing price. It doesn't really matter what I make a commission. What matters to me right now is the number where you need to be at closing. Where do you need to be at? Because if commission is the only thing that's concerning you, because they probably want a net profit sheet of
Yeah.
what they're actually gonna take home after like their closing fees, the realtor fees. So probably the only thing that's stopping them and what mentally makes more sense for them is for you to bring them a buyer and only pay that 3%. So what you're telling me is that you want to know what's that other 3% gonna look like, right? Because that's what's gonna make a difference for you to make a financial decision to move forward with me. So let me explain to you how I'm gonna fix that right now. That other 3%, I'm putting it on top of the listing price. Meaning, when we close. So what that means is that the buyer is pretty much gonna end up paying part of your commission. For sure. Everything in real estate is negotiable. That's really what it sounds like to me, because why would you care what I make?
yeah. I mean, it's just.
Or you're not presenting them with enough value for them to make a
We
decision.
haven't really had the conversation as to where like we talked specifics. It's just something like he came over our house and he was just talking about this, and like it's just I think he has a set number where he wants to make $400,000 in equity. Like he has the equity. He bought some for in the 400s and now it's worth close to 800 in just like 2-3 years. Like that's just the property values in our neighborhood.
Something I want to tell you, my opinion, of course. I always let them know that I'm on point with my numbers.
Yeah.
Of course, I've calculated my commission. This is how I eat. I don't even make money until I close you. You're a real estate professional. You gotta know your numbers. It's a driving force. I'm obsessed with numbers. I love money. Hell yeah. I'm gonna let you know that I love money.
Yeah, I just think it's weird.
I recalculated my commission 10 times before I got here. I can't wait. I already know what I'm gonna spend it on. What are you worried about? I'm ready. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? If somebody's taking really long also to make a decision and they have a lot of equity and they have a valid reason to sell their property, the interest rates also affects them, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know where I don't know who said this, that when we've spoken to sellers, they think it does not affect them, that it only affects the buyers. How is that even possible? You're not even gonna get top money for your property. Because the same people that were able to afford your property 6+ months ago, they can no longer pay what they were able to pay back then.
You know what a great question is, can you afford your property at this price?
Oh my God, I love that. It's like, that's it.
I like that.
You know?
Put a mirror.
Yeah, I always say, by the way, my commission goes on top of the listing price. Always, that's a line we say.
What does that mean? Like, I'm so
My
confused by
commission,
that.
no, I don't wanna pay you 6%. No.
You're not paying.
Beautiful. I don't wanna pay 6% either. That's why I'm gonna put my 6% on top of your listing price. Let me negotiate my commission. You know what that means for you? You gotta find a pre-approved buyer that has extra money in the bank to come out a little bit out of pocket to make that deal possible. You gotta get to work. Is not just accepting any little deal that comes in. I've done that probably in 26 transactions that I've done. Has it been easy? No. And I'm picky. The sales scripts, right? Use this to understand your client's trust levels, commitment levels, and look for false yeses. Again, practice your scripts. You guys will work it out here. I'm sure that you guys are massacres, you're killers, you know. Okay, so use your words, music, and dance, which is your WMD. Words, what you say, because it matters. Music, how you say the words with changing your tonality. Tonality matters massively. Your energy, you feel people's energy through the phone. And dance, your posture and confidence when you can't see the lead. I like to stand up when I'm prospecting. I can't stay still. I look crazy. Because I get excited, I'm happy. I love this business. We talk with our hands, we're crazy, and I'm like over here, and then I do squats, and I'm like moving stuff, I'm putting music, I'm like, yes, like I'm gonna get an appointment today. And I'm just telling myself over the phone, like these people have no idea that I already closed them. You're closed. I was on vacation last week, I came back with 2 under contracts, ask my team. I was fighting with the lady in the vacation. I'm like, no, but when are we gonna get this done? But you're the one that needs to do this. I'm gonna explain to you. And I was literally fighting with the lady through text. I'm like, ma'am, my throat hurts. I'm on vacation with my mother. I need to get this sold. I retired my mom. I need to make money. She was laughing. She was like, oh my God, send me pictures. And out of one picture, she was like, oh my God, yes, I want to work with you. I'm like, great. Because I showed her that even though I'm on vacation, I have a need to sell you. I swear this really happened. Esther comes to me and she's like, how did you do this? Like, I was like, done. I'm hungry. I ain't got time to waste. My vacation money has to be replenished. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, next. And this is serious. And what I'm trying to say is that there's always ways around like to be better. So the script, right? Sales scripts are intended to help even a rookie sound like a pro and get the client to trust you all the way from the start to the closing. Be sure to practice. Be sure to practice it so you remain in control and flow smoothly. The intro, once again, establishes you as an enthusiastic real estate professional that they can trust. You need to stand out. This office is super attractive here in Orlando. You guys are in a juicy market. Like, I'm jealous. No, really. You guys are in a super, I can't wait to open Tampa so we can like do things together. I'm so excited. Because when everybody starts slowing down and freaking out, we're just gonna go on overdrive. Like it's gonna be exciting. Introduction matters, even when you feel like garbage and everything's falling apart in your personal life, but not for your pocket. Don't ever get the two confused. Introduction, happiness, positiveness. I'm about to become a millionaire. Qualify. Ask permission to qualify and learn if they are your ideal client. 3 things can happen in a listing presentation or over the phone. Either they're gonna end up listing with you, or they're not gonna end up listing with you, or you're gonna decide not to take that business. Not all business is good business. And you should speak to your leaders about it to see how they would handle the situation. Or maybe you can work that deal with someone else. Those are 3 things that are gonna happen here. Qualify. If you're not motivated, I'm not gonna be jumping hoops, wasting my gas to go see you, and at the end of the day, I'm like a little toy. Maybe I'm gonna send you something very professional and follow up with you until I die. But that's as far as I go. Again, that's just my style. Maybe your leaders do it different, okay? Build rapport. All the questions in the script are intended for you to gather ammunition for your pitch. The more questions, the more data, the more you can close. Questions, questions, questions. Why, how, and when? Why, how, and when? Okay? Ask for the sale. If your pitch solves their problems and gets them to agree, then ask for the sale, the listing appointment. Ms. Seller, you do understand, right? Not in these words, but you do understand that the reason of me going to your property is to sell your property, right? That's why I'm gonna go see you. I've said this a lot today because this happened to my girls.
That they get there.
Yes, and it hurts them and they cry and they break down and they lose their mind and they don't, the next day they come like all over the place and then like just relax, treat it like a business, as a job, pay attention and be aware, okay? Pitch solution. Oh, this one was before this one, sorry. I apologize. So step 4, pitch solution, aim to solve clients' pain points and meet their needs when you pitch their solutions. And then finally, you ask for the sale. Let's go to the next slide. Oh, these are the scripts. Okay, so it's all in the introduction. You see, intro A, which is A1 and A2, sorry. It's an intro invasive. How you speak to someone. Again, it all goes back to your tonality, your enthusiasm. You have to believe it before you see it. A lot of this shit is mindset. Who's gonna get 2 listings starting in August here? Because I would love to be tagged. Hey, we're family here. I want to be tagged in Orlando. And vice versa. Who's gonna get 2 listings? It could be rental, it could be something.
Everybody
Who's gonna
raise their
get 2
hand.
listings in August?
Everybody raise their hand.
Right? And how are you gonna do it?
Prospecting.
How? How are you gonna commit? Are you gonna come into the office? Are you doing it from home? How are you gonna commit?
Everybody, yeah, you're more.
What's
than
gonna
welcome.
happen if after week 2, everybody go tells you to die? I don't like you, stop calling me, go die.
I'll
What do
go
you
die
do?
after I come to your house.
Done.
There you go.
I love that. I'm gonna kill myself after I sell your property. And you know, yeah. Get creative. Ask your team leaders of things that you can do to stand out. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fuel you if they see someone really trying and busting their you know, working hard. Let's say another word. Okay. Intro invasive, low invasive, inviting, your happy tonality, smooth tonality, you're mirroring the person on the call. Let's go next. So I'm gonna send this to them. These are all scripts, by the way. Practice 2 ways to ask questions, order taking and conversational. A1, when do you plan on interviewing the right agent for the job of selling your home? A2, hey, would it be totally overstepping if I asked you whether you already hired the right agent for the task of selling your home? Which one would you do?
Okay.
Why?
It's shorter.
Easier to
What?
understand.
You're not,
Correct. You're taking control of the call.
And it assumes that you're gonna hire the right agent.
Totally overstepping.
it assumes that you are the right agent.
That's easier for them to be like, yes, you're overstepping.
Correct. Answer, never.
Wow.
Never. You know we get calls like that. Never. I'm never gonna hire you or anybody or no agent, no nothing. Not even a dog that sells a property. Great. I was not planning on using an agent right now. I mean, call me in 6 months. I'm getting a lot of traction from Zillow. We got this. We don't gotta pay 6% for you guys to do what? Bring me a buyer. I love that.
That's
Bring
all
me the
we
buyer.
say. Bring me the
Oh my God, I
buyer.
love it. Every time they say bring me a buyer, I'm like, what can I go over?
That's what they always say.
I love it. I love them. You know what I tell them when they tell me this? I'm like, oh my God, I love you already. I'm like, you've been my best call today. The best. Ma'am, this is not a joke. I know it's not. That's exactly why we need to meet right now. Wrong. No, it wouldn't be totally overstepping. You're the 3rd person I have interviewed today. These are all rebuttals that they can give you.
Maybe C is the better one.
Correct.
Because now you found out that you should have 3 other people to compete with.
Done.
2 other.
Like, you know that they're ready to sign too. 'Cause
Of
they're
course.
Aggressively, interviewing.
Peaches, I just want to apologize to you. Clearly, I haven't provided enough value for you to make a concrete decision to list your property with me today. I'm so sorry that you keep getting all these calls and you've had to interview a lot of agents. You're actually doing the right thing. I like a seller that's very educated and wants to weigh out their options. But I'm not too sure, what other agents are telling you or the difference between other agents and myself. But this is what I specialize in. I only call 20 sellers per day that I know I can sell their property. I don't want to list their property, I want to sell their property. There's a difference. But in order for me to sell it, I have to list it. And in order for me to bring you the Magic Kingdom buyer that you want, I have to list your property. Because I have to make sure that the pre-qualification that we're receiving is actually accurate. I have to speak with the mortgage lender. I have to make sure your whole transaction runs smooth so it doesn't mess up halfway through, which is really what happens. Let me explain to you how we're going to do this. Has anyone sat down and explained this to you yet? Oh, I just don't let go. I'm like a pit bull. I want to know. Next. Okay, practice 2 ways to ask, okay, if you sell this home, where would you go to next? That's the first one, and then A2, great. By the way, when I help you sell this home, hypothetically speaking, where would you most like to move to next? That's wrong put. Yeah, it's wrongly put. Do you see what that's saying? Which option would you guys go with? B?
Would I help you sell this?
Where would you most likely?
Right, do you see what we're doing here? Or no?
When I
You're
sell
planting the
this home.
seed.
You're already like subconsciously, you're sending them indirect messages that you are the agent that's gonna sell their property. Well, I'm not planning on listing it right away. Okay, excellent. So what's stopping you from listing it today as opposed to, you need to know, it just depends on the call, the situation, okay? The way the market is now, I'm unsure. This one is gonna be a hot one.
Yeah.
I'm unsure, I don't know. Because I can sell, but then where would I go? Well, let's talk about a financial plan. It all depends what you wanna do. It's not the end of the world.
I read, where would you?
You know what I
And
mean?
then they're gonna tell you.
Where would I go, Zuly? Where are you gonna find me if I move? It's not about what I'm gonna find you, it's what's gonna make more sense. Let's think about long-term play. Because you can refinance down the line. You can stack and rack your money and buy when things level out a little bit. It all depends what your game plan is. Am I lying about something? No. Do I think the market is a shit show? Of course, but it's exciting. It's a new opportunity. It's a shift. Let's play it. Are you trying to invest or are you trying to make it a forever home? Because that's a whole different conversation too. My best clients are investors. And then the last one, well, I would love to move, but actually, is that a motivated seller? Next. Thank you, Peaches. And the same thing, how soon do you have to be there? By what date do you plan to move by so that I can make sure that you are not scrambling when the time comes? These are like real, like things that we're experiencing on the phone, by the way. It's not make believe. Okay, ouch. Maybe in 1 to 2 weeks, we plan to move on October because I started a new position out there. October, that means we've got a list today. Okay,
That's what happens if they don't hit that mark.
don't hit what mark, I'm sorry.
Oh, you told me you had to move on XYZ date in October. What happens if you don't hit that? What happens if this house isn't sold and you don't have to?
Exactly. It's gonna push you back from getting the job that you already, that you signed the papers, right, for your new position? So how is that gonna affect you and your family?
What if they say they're thinking about renting their house instead of selling it?
That could very well be too.
Yeah.
Okay,
So what would your rebuttal be to that?
I would let them know both situations on renting a single family home.
What they can get.
What they can spend on fixing the property, because the larger the space, the more people can mess it up. Are you gonna have the time and the money to dedicate, to termites, to tenants, to a wall, to a toilet?
Most of them need the money to buy another house.
Correct. It could very well be. I've listed properties that are for lease and they wanna stick with the property like another 2-3 years and get an equity line out, or maybe get the equity line out now, buy an investment home. There's still a lot of opportunities out there. You just gotta play with the game. You gotta play with the banks.
I just had somebody say that to me too, so. that's
Okay,
why I
great.
was
So when are we
just-
listing your property for rent? So what are we doing? What's the
Well,
plan?
Well, I know if they were to list it, they could list it for like really good and it's almost brand new. So, but the thing is, it's, the market, it's kind of scary with renters right now. Like with that whole COVID thing that happened, like people, like that old properties are renting them, like people were not paying the rent. So those people were getting screwed because then they couldn't even show it because the tenants were being cooperative and it was just like a nightmare,
Right,
So,
but that's where you have to listen.
Yeah.
Because even though you might feel like it's a better decision for them to sell, maybe they don't wanna get rid of that piece of property. Because they're scared, they don't know.
Yeah.
It's okay, which is why you have to paint both scenarios. And if you are gonna list a property for rent, you have to qualify the tenant.
mhm.
We don't have any guarantee that the tenant is gonna eventually lose their job and not pay for the rent. Regardless, think about this, no matter how shitty the market becomes, and he can testify to this, people are always gonna need a place to live and stay. Nobody can sustain living under, like, where are you gonna live from? You're gonna have to pay rent. Nobody can control the rental rates in Florida. I always say that, by the way, which is the truth. It's what it is, Next slide.
This is the next one.
which is true, we're gonna get a lot of those too.
I can literally get everything that every no or every worst case scenario I've gotten. So it's definitely been like a learning curve for me with some of my clients. and-
Really?
but
One of
yeah,
the things
like,
that I try to
it's
do
crazy.
is write down all the rebuttals that I get, and you're gonna see that there's a pattern.
yeah.
People are gonna throw out the same rebuttals, your commission,
And
you know,
you're gonna
their-
email the script.
and then you just get perfection on how to respond. to it.
Script,
But
script,
you're gonna see the same pattern.
I mean, it's definitely
seen a
like
few
showing
online, I
me
tried,
how to
but-
respond to it. It's like preparing me for the situations when I come to encounter them again. But it's like in just a short span, I feel like I've just like encountered like every case scenario that you could
Every
possibly.
different rebuttal.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, can I just? I think I had one easy client that was like, yep, go ahead, sell our house. Like a random client that just got my card off social media, and they were like, can you list our house? You know, we don't even live here, but just sell it. Like no, they didn't even care. They didn't even get excited when they went or not. They're just like, just give us the money. Like we're good. We're millionaires. Like, you know. So that was like my easiest client, and every other client I've had, it's just been like, holy cow! Like I feel like what most agents learn or like encounter in like a year or 2 years, like I've encountered it in like 2 months with some of my clients. I mean, it's been crazy. It's been exciting.
The more rebuttals, the better.
Right.
It is. I mean, it just prepared me for.
Remember that we're living in a shit show time,
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
right?
Yeah.
So all that means is that you have to work a little bit harder, you might experience things a little bit sooner, right? But you're on the right track. Rebuttals, the more rebuttals you're experiencing, the faster you're gonna get to the yes. Rebuttals are just problems that you're trying to solve. They mean yes. They just don't know you. Why would I do business with someone who I don't know? When everybody who we speak to knows a realtor. A realtor that knows a realtor that could refer me a realtor, okay, great. If you don't have business in your pipeline every single month that's closing, you gotta go out there and get it. You're doing the right thing. Don't think that you're the only one. I experience it every day. Every day. The same rebuttal. Some people hang up on me and they block me, and then some just keep receiving my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm crazy,
Yeah.
you know? Then I let them know that like I'm human too. Like I don't get paid unless we close. I don't get paid unless I understand your financial plan. Whether it's to lease your property, whether it's to move money around to put it into an investment home, what are we doing? I like money, so I like to understand the game plan. Because there's a lot of ways to make money. Agents are gonna bend and fold because they don't understand. To me, in my opinion, it's gonna become an investment market. Cash and leasing. Done. You wanna ride out the wave for the next year? Cash and leasing. There's gonna be, look, there's more listings on the market right now. I think we've all seen that. There's an increase in listings. Let's talk about the core objections. Okay, there are 5 core objections. Time and value. Money and time. I am waiting to see how the market shifts up and down. Time is money, so I don't got time to waste. I don't got time to wait on nothing. There's nothing that guarantees me my success and my money every single day, and I gotta eat every day. I gotta put gas every day. I gotta give back to my leaders. I gotta give back to my office. I gotta give back to myself for them to invest more money into us as we continue to grow as a team. There is no waiting in real estate. It's going out there and grabbing it. A day that you wait is a day that you lost, okay? Money plus value, I don't want to pay your fees, your commission. There's not enough value. If there's not enough value, they're not gonna pay you because they don't see your worth. You have to put yourself valuable. If you're exhausted after, I would give you like 3 months and you feel like nothing works, ask your leaders, what can I do to provide more value? We even changed the thickness of our paper for the listing presentations in the team. We saw it from my coach, and he's like, done, we're done with this. The paper, we changed it, right? She has it here with her. Before we go on a listing appointment, we send by express mail the listing agreement, the listing presentation. And I like to even send a gift card. And I imagine, I'm sending a gift card, I don't even have a guarantee that you'll do business with me. But it's okay. You're gonna think about me when you go to that Starbucks and you have the $5 latte. Get creative, because that's what people are gonna start lacking. Agents are gonna freak out. And there's no reason to. So if you're out of creativity, talk to your leaders. Value, give before you receive. Time and money again, I don't want to waste time dealing with a middleman. And decision maker plus money, you want to speak to the decision maker of the house. I need to speak to my spouse or partner, that's always what they say. When can I get both parties together? I would like to speak with the decision maker, because time is money. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste mine. Right now is not the best time to buy, sell, or invest. Right now it's not, we're just gonna wait. Do you think that's true or false?
Almost. Always the right time.
What do you
Depends on
think?
your need.
Exactly. It's tricky. It's tricky.
What are your goals?
I'm sorry,
I said, what are your goals?
that's it. Okay, let's see the next one. I think that was it. Oh, that's it, yeah. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for your participation. The rest is just like my numbers, so I have to change a few things there. But guys, again, you know, you probably have heard of this a million times, some of the stuff that I said here today. Really, what makes you different and what makes you better, you have to take over your sector. You have to become obsessed with what you do. It's a nonstop self-development work every single day. No one can, no matter how many tools your leaders will give you, no matter anything, you're the one that has to go out there and make it happen. Is it easy? No. Is it worth it? Yes. Learn your scripts, get with each other, build your culture here. In the next 3 months, everybody here can have 2 listings minimum, or 2 buyers, or 2 rentals. There's no reason why no one should be making money, even if it's minimal. Any questions? Questions?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'm ready to kill it on phones.
Yeah, anything you need, I'm here. I hope we can piggyback off each other. And thank you so much for having me here in your space. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome anytime.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to have you guys back.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully we see each other again and we do a lot of stuff together and just keep pushing, man, keep pushing.
In your office, so you get all the girls together.
Yeah.
You say 8 o'clock to